Everyone to Daytona International Speedway for dual race number 2. I recorded and uploaded the one. Oriole Matt Kenseth won that race over Dale Jr. in an exciting finish. And we will be set to get Duel 2 kicked off as soon as the command comes.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Alright boys, pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day, that's all we need.
And as the grid rolls off the pit road, we will go through the entire starting lineup, starting with our pole sitter and the guy that went second fastest in qualifying, Dale Jarrett. Next to him in second place is Sterling Marlin. Then, row 2, Violet Bonnie, James McMurray. Row 3, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon. Row 4, Jimmy Johnson, Jeremy Mayfield. Row 5, Mike Bliss, Kevin LePage. Row 6, Elliott Sadler, Travis Kvapil. Row 7, Kyle Busch, Ken Schrader. Row 8, Mark Martin, Ricky Rudd. Row 9, Casey Kane and Brian Vickers. Row 10, Brian Simo and Michael Wartrow. Row 11, Mike Wallace, Greg Biffle. And rounding out the final row of this Daytona duel, we have Carl Edwards and Martin Truex Jr. as a open call. Him and the 33 are open calls for this race. As we see who will take the win and improve the qualifying position. This is either a go big, go home type of race. You could win this and be, on the second row, or you could crash and have to start from the back. But green flag is here at Daytona for the second duel race, and Dale Jarrett gets off well, clearing Storm on already. As Kyle Busch is way on the bottom, but Dale Jarrett gets to a lead already by Labonte second, and is 2 abreast behind them. Harvick now looking on the inside by Labonte, trying to take second away. Dale Jarrett still your leader. We're up turns 3 and 4, and Dale Jarrett will lead the first lap in the 60-lap exhibition race. As we look at Elliott Sadler, mid-pack or so. Kevin LePage kind of squirrely up in the middle there. As Violet Bonnie and Sternmore are getting shuffled out onto the very high outside lane near the wall. Jimmy Johnson is getting pushed by Mike Bliss, trying to look for the lead on Dale Jarrett. Does he have it? He does have the bottom lane. Can he get the lead away from Dale Jarrett though? Does he have the help? And it looks like he does. Jimmy Johnson is the new leader here, as there are 3 abreast behind them. Here comes Dale Jarrett on the high lane, trying to take it back, but it's not going to work. Jimmy Johnson has it blocked 3 lanes. Now here comes Eric Styles on the bottom, being pushed by Ken Schrader and Jimmy Johnson's teammate Kyle Busch. Ken Schrader now going on the bottom, trying to make something happen on Eric Styles. Ooh, Ken Schrader getting kind of loose. He saves it though. That was scary. Kyle Busch got into the rear end of Ken Schreiber and almost taunted him. You have the rookie versus the veteran. The veteran was able to keep his car going straight, but man, that really bottled up that bottom lane. Jimmy Johnson and Elliott Sadler are side by side for the lead now. Now, mind you, as a commentator, my favorite driver was Kyle Busch, so I'm automatically rooting for Kyle Busch. I know at commentary you're not supposed to have a bias, but fuck you, it's my opinion anyways. So yeah, let's go Kyle Busch as Jimmy Johnson is leading Mike Bliss now. As we have completed 5 laps. Not gonna lie, my pick for the Daytona 500, if I can't see Kyle Busch win it, I say that Matt Kenseth probably has the best shot at me. He won duel 1. He was dominant in that race. He's had a fast car all weekend. He's just that guy to beat. As Jimmy Johnson is still holding on to the lead, being followed by Mike Bliss and Elliott Saville. The guy that has a reputation for going up and over, and here comes Eric Sauer now on the bottom. Mike Bliss looking to get something going. He's not have any help, bro. And behind them is just a 3 wide traffic jam, led by Jared Monkmore, and Monkmore's being pushed by Casey Kane and Michael Waltrip. Johnson, though, looking very impressive already in this race, maintaining that little gap that he has. Michael Waltrip, Casey Kane, Mike Bliss, 3 wide. They come around for lap 7 done. The last 6 done onto lap 7. Mark Martin's up into 3rd place now. Michael Waltrip getting a push from Stellan Mullen. Getting kind of on that bumper. Keep it straight though. Right now, as it goes for the open car, Brian Sima is in the transfer spot. Montrex Jr. is not. As Mark Martin now is starting to fall back because he got shuffled out into the high lane. Now, one big thing about this race that could have a play is teammates. Teammates and teammates. Now, obviously, in the regular Daytona 500, teammates mean a lot, but in the duels, teammates also mean a lot too. If you have teammates in a duel race, like a lot of them, like Hendrick does, Hendrick has all 4 cars in this duel. They have Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, and Brian Vickers all in this one race. Meanwhile, someone like Michael Waltrip, he does not have any teammates there. Well, except Mike Montrose, maybe they can link up and try to help each other. But teammates is what's going to help you here, as Michael Waltrip's up to 2nd in that red, white, and blue paint scheme. Kyle Busch is on the bottom, Storm on, trying to make 3 wide third. As I show you who has the fastest lap, Michael Waltrip goes down, trying to take the lead away from Jimmy Johnson. Does he have the speed? Can he get the help? Storm Allen's going to go with him. Out of Ton's fall now. Michael Waltrip will lead this lap, and he does clear Jimmy Johnson. Michael Waltrip is your new leader. Kyle Busch getting shuffled out way up high by Casey Kane. Sarah Mullen is now trying to have a drag race down the back straightaway with Michael Waltrip. As it's like we have a full wide situation. That's not going to end well. I do not see it ending well. Mike Wallace, Ken Schrader all in the middle. Someone goes up high. They're keeping it straight for now. They're brave. That was very risky. Still full wide though. I don't really like how they're still keeping it full wide. This is how you know this is one of the most talented sports in the entire world. And Casey Kane gets into the wall. Do they save it? They keep it straight. Everyone keeps it straight. Casey Kane got on the wall. Ricky Rudd is on the apron. He's going to come back up. Everyone keeps it straight. Oh, Kyle Busch gets torn. Mark Martin around into the wall. Mark Martin goes. Man, what? Man, no, not Mark Martin. Oh, there's another car that went sliding too. Damn. Oh, man. Looks like Martin. Wait, no. Looks like. Who the hell has a lead now? Looks like racing back to the line. We're racing back to the line. 3 wide for the lead. Yeah, pretty sure that brings out a caution. Ricky Rudd has the lead. And there's no caution. I thought that should have been a caution, but NASCAR deems it safe. I mean, NASCAR's rules, I guess. I mean, Fair Montrose did get off the track, and oh, Travis Kvapil gets loose by Brian Vickers. Brian Vickers gonna go down below and try to take that position away. I am still confused on what happened to Mark Martin, as it really did shuffle the entire field, really. Only down is that Michael Waltrip and Mark Martin had some issues. I'll show you a replay of it when I can. What a crazy ton of events. As Barla Bonnie's going to try to go down on the inside of Joey Mayfield. Doesn't have the speed though. Man, that was insane there. But, like I said, NASCAR deemed it safe, so I won't question it too much. Joey Mayfield's up to the lead now. Alright, let's see if I can find what happened to those guys. So, let's look into the back. So first, let's look at what happened to Ken Schrader and Casey Kane. I do know that they had their issues. As you see, coming off the turns, 1 and 2, they get loose. They hit the wall. Casey Kane, Ken Schrader, all of them. And then that just kind of just bunched up the pack. And then here's Mark Martin. Kyle Busch going to get torn by Eric Sadler. He's going to get hit into the wall. And then Michael Walker's going to get turned as well. He's going to get turned and he's going to go and slide. Let's get a shot of that too. He's going to go spinning actually into the grass. Doesn't hit anything, but he's going to go spinning. And yeah, Michael Walker's on his way now. As we are still green and we're still racing. Joey Mayfield is still your leader. Getting followed by Labonte as there are some cars that are losing the pack because of all the chaos that happened. Kyle Busch is one of them. The 88 of Derek Jarrett is one of them. Mike Wallace is also has lost the draft. So Jordan Mayfield leads, with Ricky Rudd and Bobby Labonte fighting behind. Like I said, what a crazy turn of events. I don't know if Casey Kane has that much damage, honestly. As they are catching up to the lap car of Michael Waltrip after he took that spin, that slide. Jimmy Johnson trying to make a move on Ricky Rudd now for second, being pushed by his teammate Jeff Gordon. You have 3 Chevys in a line. As Michael Waltrip is, like I said, getting pulled in by this, the main pack. Ricky Rudd trying to make a move on Jordan Mayfield for the lead now. Ford versus Dodge. Jordan Mayfield is still clear of him. Now, the question is Mike Waltrip going to make a lot of issues? I know that the AI does not like lap cars. This is something to be watching for is Michael Waltrip, or maybe he'll just get into the line and he'll just be fast enough. Because really has no damage. He just got off pace because he got spun out. That's what happened. It's like Michael Waltrip, the lap car is going to just become one with the pack. So it's 3 wide all across. Jimmy Johnson has the lead. Jeff Gordon behind his teammate. Jeff Gordon now going to the inside trying to get past said teammate for the lead. See Mark Martin with his race car. I still can't believe that was not a caution. I mean, he was really fully stopped on track, but like I said, NASCAR deemed it safe, so I trust NASCAR. 3 wide, you have 3 abreast for the lead. Hendrick teammates, Brian Vickers on the bottom, Jeff Gordon in the middle, Jimmy Johnson on top. Brian Vickers trying to get a win here in duel number 2. Here's Mark Martin. Now this car could make some issues because his car is damaged. Look at that rear end, all messed up. But they're not getting deterred yet. Out of Torrance Paul. The middle lane gets shafted by that the most. Jimmy Johnson, Brian Vickers go by. Everyone else seems to be going by unless you're in the middle. Like Jeff Gordon getting really screwed up by this. Yeah, Mark Martin is definitely off normal pace because of that. Oh yeah, Saville goes high to try to get past him. Kevin Harvick pushing. As Jimmy Johnson is still your leader. So yeah, like I said, what happened with the Mark Martin thing is that Eric Sauer calling Kyle Busch into Mark Martin, and then Mark Martin just had a 1-car wreck. It's like they get past them. So we go up back to the leader. Jimmy Johnson holding off Brian Vickers and Mike Bliss for the lead. Mike Bliss could go with Brian Vickers, but Brian Vickers is going to go on the side of his teammate, try to look for that lead again. Mike Bliss is going to stay in the middle and get shoved back a little bit. Sterling Marlin gets loose, and he's going to get torn. We have a wreck. Sterling Marlin's in it. Mike Montrell Montrez Jr. goes up and over. Jeff Gordon's in it. Casey Kane's in it. Carl Edwards has damage. Everyone scrambles. Elliott Sadler's in it. Oh, what a mess. The 33's in it. Oh, what a wreck. What a mess that was. That is a caution that Kyle Busch and everyone else wanted to see. What a mess. What a wreck. Montrez Jr. went up and over. So let's see what happened with that one. That was an insane wreck. As Jimmy Johnson did beat out Ricky Rudd, I'm pretty sure, for the lead. So let's see what happened here. It's always going to start with Sterling Marlin. I can tell you that. I think Sterling Marlin's going to get torn by LePage. Yeah, so right here he's going to get same things we've been seeing. He's going to get torn. He's going to get his bumper grab. He's going to hit the apron. He's going to kind of save it, come back up a little bit. Mike Bliss is going to just tap him, turn him into the wall, into Joey Mayfield. Michael Waltrip's in it. Mike Bliss, Sterling Marlin, all of them. And then you look. Marlin's going to come back down the track into more traffic. Bobby Labonte's in it. Carl Edwards. Truex is going to get hit from behind by Jeff Gordon. He's only hit the 33 car. Both of the rookie open cars into the wall. Mark Truex Jr. goes up and over. Goes up and over one time. Comes back down on his wheels. Greg Biffle barely misses everyone, I'm pretty sure. He does. I do not know how he does it, but he misses everyone. Man, what a wreck. Carl Edwards is in the grass. Eric Sauer, massive hit onto Jeff Gordon. That just killed Jeff Gordon's day. Let's see a full. Let's see a full speed view of that. Let's just see the full pace of this. If he goes up and over. So Truex most likely is out of this race. Now, mind you, depending on who else is in that, look at that. That is insane. Just seeing that one car up and over. That's just that's just insanity right there. That's just insanity. But they went down on the wheel. It was pretty fast. Montrez Jr. making his fourth career start. Casey, a hard lick into the wall. Got grabbed by the safety barrel. So that's not good at all. No, let's see, let's just like ride on board with Montrez Jr. here and see how it goes up and over. What a mess. What a ride. You see Jeff Gordon ahead getting absolutely slammed. What a ride. Carl Edwards actually made it through just fine, I think. Right on board with Carl Edwards. You see, he's right behind Kevin LePage. He's gonna get hit on the side. He's gonna go through the grass a little bit, but he should keep it. Oh, he gets slammed. He gets destroyed in the rear end. Don't know by who. Was it Ariat Sala maybe? Like, damn, that was a massive impact there. Here's Jeff Gordon sees. That's a big hit by Casey Kane. Oh, big hit by Casey Kane. Big hit by everyone. We'll see it one more time from the fall camera angle. See just the damage and destruction that took place. Big hits for everyone. Damn, that's just. Anyways, as we look at the leaders, Jeff Gordon's out of the race, I'm pretty sure. But if we look at the leaders, the pace car lights go out, signaling that we are going green this time by. As you see the ticker update, the 33's out of the race, Jeff Gordon's out of the race, Eric Savo's out, Casey Kane's out, and Truex is obviously out because his car went up and over. As Mark Martin and Michael Waltrip are on the inside line because they are lap cars. So, while we wait for the field to make it around, let's go through the starting, well, not the but the restart lineup, seeing who restarts where. So Jimmy Johnson's your leader, with Ricky Rudd in second. Then it's Brian Vickers, Kevin LePage in fourth. Fifth is Greg Biffle. Sixth, Violet Bonnie. Seventh, Travis Qualford. Eighth, Jamie McMurray. Ninth, Kevin Harvick. 10th, Dale Jarrett. 11th is going to be Joey Mayfield. 12th, Sterling Marlin. 4th is Mike Wallace. 13th is Mike Wallace. 14th is Kyle Busch. Ken Schreier is 15th. And Mike Glesser's 16th. Right, the field on the restart. My apologies if I messed up the numbers there for a minute. I am not really the smartest commentator ever, so yeah, sue me. So here we go, getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 28 out of 60. Close to halfway to go. As the green flag is back in the air. Jimmy Johnson gets off well, trying to beat up the lap cars. Ricky was pushing him. Brian Vickers behind, then it's Greg Biffle. But Johnson does clear Mark Martin. So Mark Martin and Mike Walter trying to get the lap back. Don't think it's going to happen. By Labonte's left all alone on the high lane. As Jimmy Johnson is the leader. Brian Vickers is second. Third is Ricky Rudd. Fourth is Greg Biffle. Then there's a small gap, and then it's Mark Martin to lap car. Then it's Kevin LePage in fifth. Trying to get past Mark Martin again to lap car. Like I said, this is going to make this field very spread out because we have just so many lap cars now, so many damaged cars that it's going to just completely bog down the faster guys. But as they get more grouped up and organized, they should be able to run these front guys down. As Ricky Rudd is now going for the lead on Jimmy Johnson on the inside line, coming to halfway to go, coming to third, and Ricky Rudd is going to lead to the halfway point as there's 3 wide for second place now. Greg Biffle is joining the mix. So is Kevin LePage behind them. As we look back into the pack a little bit, you see Derek Jerry in 8th place being pushed by Mike Wallace, past Mark Walton. Jamie McMurray getting trapped behind Mark Walton as well. Ken Schreiber now trying to take advantage of that. As we look and see that people like Travis Guapo, another rookie, trying to hopefully be able to get past these lap cars without any issues. Kyle Busch as well. Like I said, my favorite driver, the one I'm going to be rooting for this entire season, this entire time I do this. Staying behind Carl Edwards. Was I actually trying to go for the pass on Carl Edwards, the lap call. So he is going to get past. Now, it looks like these guys are all losing the lap, like the draft a little bit, so they'll hopefully get back eventually. As we go back up into where the leaders are, Brian Vickers has the lead over Ricky Rudd. Jimmy Johnson falling back a little bit. Pretty sure Ricky Rudd led that lap. Yes, he did. But Brian Vickers still did not get to lead that lap. As Greg Biffle giving Ricky Rudd a massive run on the high lane, Ricky Rudd maintains the lead. Thanks to Greg Biffle, even though Ricky Rudd just completely just ditched Greg Biffle when I was going to come back up and hopefully try to help him. Jimmy Johnson giving Greg Biffle a push. Kevin LePage trying to make it 3 wide. Greg Biffle up to second now. Let's say, can Greg Biffle, you know, formulate a run and try to take the lead here? He's right on the back bumper for Ricky Rudd. Just buying his time. Brian Vickers is trying to catch up to him now. Brian Vickers down to the inside line, but he's going to go back up to the high lane, try to get a little more sucked. Then he goes back down, trying to make a move on Greg Biffle. Does it work? I think it might. Cantrell right up against the wall. Ricky Rudd still leading. Brian Vickers all helpful in this race. Jimmy Johnson now trying to take that second place away, but doesn't have anything. He's going to drop back in behind his teammate. Look at the main pack. Kyle Busch is not going to be in the main pack still, so he's going to have to ride around. As you see, Ricky Rudd and Brian Vickers going at Kevin LePage gets torn. He saves it though. Come back up the track though. He hits Ken Schrader, and Ken Schrader goes up and over. What the heck just happened? Ken Schrader, caution is out. Ken Schrader just got absolutely steamrolled, and I could not catch in time because I thought Kevin LePage was going to save it, but Kevin LePage he only LePaged Ken Schrader there. Like, Ken Schrader is done. That's a lot of damage. Like, what in the world just happened? Like, so first you gotta look at the issue at hand, which is, well, LePage being torn by Harvick. As you see here, out of turns 4, he gets loose, he gets turned. Right here, I thought he actually was just like, you know, right here, so that's why I didn't really bother, you know, going to because I gotta see him soon. But no, he saves it, saves it, saves it, saves it. He has it saved. He hits the pit road line. He goes through the pit road. He goes into the grass sideways a little bit, comes back onto the track very dangerously. And then Cantrell, nowhere to go, gets hit by him. Cantrell hard into the wall. Makes this wall a ton. Hits the wall, goes up and over, does a single barrel roll, enter wall again, keeps it going straight for the most part, but he just gets absolutely slammed. And Cranchero's day is done. Dude, Kevin LePage, what are we doing? First you take out half the Talladega, and then we are just singling out Kenshiro. Here is at full speed. Bang. What a hit. That's an insane hit. Even if it's a pastoral side, that's an insane hit. Honestly, that's right on board with Kenshiro. Let's see like what he sees him with this. He comes page McGrath, comes back up, hits him, bang. That's just insane, dude. Kevin LePage, what are we doing, dude? Kevin LePage. Of course, it's Kevin LePage. Of course. Of course, this is Kevin LePage's, like, return to. Like, just so many other places that he could have went. Like, he could have, like, went down pit road. He could have just, like, slowed down to get rejoined. Nah, he just decided just to, wreck for Kenshiro. As you see, one final look is torn by Kevin Harvick. Goes up the track, hits Kenshiro. The Kenshiro goes up and over, as you see. And then for the battle, for the lead, actually, seeing who actually made it out of this crossing with the lead. Travis Copple, Jimmy Johnson, Brian Vickers, 3 wide behind them. They're on the bottom lane. Alright, so this is racing back to the yellow flag. Out of turns 4 now. And it's like Travis Waffle is your leader by that margin. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff here out of the duel race so far. We are on lap 37 of 60. Travis Cropper, your leader, as Carl Edwards and Michael Waltrip are going down pit lane. As you see, they are going to hit the pit lane line. I was thinking Greg Biff was ahead of Travis Cropper, even though I literally saw. Okay, well, I guess Biff was a leader, even though I literally saw Cropper have the lead, but again, I trust NASCAR. Or I shouldn't, so it is. I guess I'll edit until we get back to when the pace car signaled 1 to go. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Daytona Duels race number 2. We have just came back from, well, I guess this is what I would call a commercial break. We just had a wreck. Kevin LePage completely just paged Ken Schradle. But as we see that the pace car's lights are out, it means that we are coming back to green this time by your leader is Greg Biffle. Mark Martin is still in the lead lap. So that's why he gets to start ahead of Greg Biffle on the front row because he has a lap. He's still on the lead lap, just barely. Carl Edwards, Mike Waltrip, and Kevin LePage are your only lap cars. And Ken Schrader, Brian Simmons, Jeff Gordon, Eric Sauer, Casey Kane, Montrez Jr. all retired from that massive wreck. Well, Ken Schrader didn't get involved in that wreck. He got involved with the one with Kevin LePage, but Brian Simmons, Jeff Gordon, Eric Sauer, Casey Kane, Montrez Jr. all got involved in that one wreck. A big one. It means that all of them has to go to the back of the pack for the Daytona 500. As we get ready to let these cars loose again, coming to 20 to go. Fifth was your leader. Travis Crawford is second. Third, Ricky Rudd. Fourth is Brian Vickers. Fifth is Mike Wallace. And then it's Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Joey Mayfield, and Dale Jarrett running out the top 10 as we get ready to see the pace car go off the pit road, and the green flag is back in the air here at Daytona. Now, how is Biffle going to get past the damage car of Mark Martin? But also why having lap cars on the bottom. Let's see, the being kind of, you gotta be kind of patient here. Mark Martin getting a major push from his teammate Greg Biffle and Travis Waffle behind. And Travis Waffle is going to go down onto, or go below Greg Biffle, make it 3 wide for what would be the lead. Actually, what is the lead? 3 wide with a lap call. And Biffle is going to get shuffled out a little bit, but he's still maintaining his speed, pushing his teammate Mark Martin. But Travis Waffle, it has a clean air. So does Ricky Rudd, and they're going to go, and Mike Waltrip almost turns Car Edwards. He comes back up, and he barely misses the 2 leaders. As the 2 leaders are sure off like a rocket because they have the clean air, no lap cars nearby, and they are gone. Travis Waffle and Ricky Rudd are just gone. This is like tandem drafting, but they are just gone. If you look back at the lateral pack, like I said, lap cars is definitely something that's a pain in the ass to try to deal with at Daytona. Greg Biffle now finds the clean air, passes his teammate on the bottom. Mike Walsh is going to go with him. And now he's going to go back up, and then he's going back down. And Jordan Mayfield's going to fall through. It's like the bottom lane finally has a open passage to stay away from the lap cars. But it really does help Travis Waffle build up a second lead as Ricky Rudd is now trying to fight with Travis Waffle for the lead. Again, I don't know why you just don't draft yourself for a while, but Ricky Rudd wants that lead. He wants the clean air. Travis Crawford putting up a good fight though. As Greg Biffle is now behind Travis Crawford, pushing him. Jimmy Johnson's on push Ricky Rudd. But Travis Crawford is going to retake the lead with the help of Greg Biffle. Now is Travis Crawford going to try to go block and say with the 16 car. No, they're both going to go down in front of Ricky Rudd. Look at that. Jamie Whitmore and Kyle Busch gets left up to dry on the high lane. Travis Crawford is your leader now. We have 16 laps to go. The fastest laps, or the fastest, laps. Troy Ward is running the fastest time, or has the fastest time. Then it's Harvick. Then it's Mike Wallace. Then it's LePage, Montrez Jr. before he got taken out of the wreck. Jimmy Johnson goes down on the bottom of Greg Biffle trying to make something happen there. Where he have something? Yes, he does. He does have the speed. Can he fully overtake the diff though? And yes, he does. Jimmy Johnson up to second. Jimmy Johnson, like I said, he has a fast car today. And probably for the 500 as well. He just has to keep it clean. He has to make some calculated moves. As Brian Vickers is trying to help get his teammate up into the lead. Trying to get past Travis Crawford. Does it work? Yes, it does. He has the lead. With the help of his teammate Brian Vickers. Kevin Harvick is on the bottom of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is trying to link up with the Hendrick guys. And he does. He pulls in front of Kevin Harvick. is a Hendrick line 1, 2, and 3. And Jimmy Johnson was gets torn by Brian Vickers. Oh my goodness, that was not it. That that reminded me of something that hasn't technically happened yet because that's odd, but damn, Brian Vickers got right on the back bumper of Jimmy Johnson, almost spun him out. Kyle Busch had to check up and lost a lot of positions from that. Jimmy Johnson still holding to the lead though, but Brian Vickers also got screwed out of that. And if Greg Biffle goes around, that's not what I want to hit. Greg Biffle's around, Derek Jarrett's in it. Oh no, we have more cars around. Greg Biffle, Derek Jarrett, cautions out once again. Travis Quapple has an issue. I think he's the one that hit Dale Jarrett. If you look at the leaders, who's going to be Jimmy McMurray? Jimmy McMurray or Jimmy Johnson? Jimmy Johnson's going to take the lead for the caution, and oh my goodness. What was that? If I everything was going well until I saw the 16 car go sliding on the back trail, so I don't even like. Let's see, where does he even start at? Here's Biffle. Like I said, this is pretty much a small pack now because everything that happens. So you see Biffle in the back here, and Biffle's gonna get taunted somewhere, some way. Wait, it's gonna be no Kyle Busch again, mind you. Kyle Busch got taunted Oriole, hit Mark Martin. Mark Martin had his one car trash. Kyle Busch is going to get torn by another rookie, Travis Quapple, into Greg Biffle. Going to hit Greg Biffle, hook Dale Jarrett. Travis Quapple is going to hit Dale Jarrett and then hit the wall. Greg Biffle's going to go sliding. I think Kyle Busch should be fine. I don't think he has that much damage. What a mess. Biffle was having such a good race too, and so was Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett is, like I said, Dale Jarrett is at the risk of losing that front row starting spot because he did qualify second. Only thing he needed to do was finish this race clean for the most part. You know, nothing too bad. Like I said, I don't have as much damage. It should. I don't think he has that much damage to really, affect him that much. I see Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle, I don't think hit anything. Like I said, mostly not that much damage, I'll say. Man, oh man, that really sucks. I'm very sad about that. Let's see, let's ride on board with the Biff and see what he saw. Like I say, going down on the bottom, Chuck Harper and Kyle Busch. Thanks, guys, declared. Pick Kyle Busch, bang. On a side, he's gonna go sliding on through the back stretch. Like I said, doesn't hit anything. Just needs a new set of tires. Derek Jarrett, same thing. Really, mostly. Man, that really sucks to see the Kyle Busch onboard log deal. Like I said, trying to help out his teammate. He's gonna get torn by Travis Quapple out of turn 2. Nice hook. Yeah, like I said, not that much damage. He keeps it going straight. So, man, dude, that really sucks. Anyways, looking at the pace laps, like I said, Jimmy Johnson has the lead. James McMurray second. Third is going to be Kevin Harvick. As we should be going green with 10 laps to go, so it's like we're going to have a 10 lap shootout with these guys. So I guess I'll wait to see if we're going green yet, and I will edit until we do. As I bring you back with the pace call. only 1 to go, so we come back to 9 laps to go in Duel 2. We have 9 laps to go in Duel 2. Looking at the restart order, you have Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd, Brian Vickers, Mike Wallace having a great run, Kyle Busch, and then Jordan Mayfield, Carl Edwards, Kevin LePage was a lap call. So is Carl Edwards. So Violet Bunny is actually 9th, and then 10th is Dale Jarrett behind the lap cars. These guys are unfortunately going to get stuck behind the lap cars, but what we're looking at is the main top 7, the non-damaged, still ready to race cars. No lap cars ahead of them, just 7 cars. Probably going to try to duke out. I don't think Jordan Mayfield was able to keep up with the main pack with that much damage. He got slammed into the wall on that massive wreck, that first big one. But either way, we've had a good race so far. Kind of a lot of crashes, but that's just a product of this racing. You know, drafting side by side. Someone's gonna make a mistake eventually. So, hopefully, what will be the last caution of the day, I give you the command of the green flag. As we look, the pace car is going off into pit road. Green flag is out. 9 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson leads. Jamie McMurray second. Kevin Harvick are trying to make a move, so Ricky Rudd and Brian Vickers. And Jamie McMurray's already trying to make a move on Jimmy Johnson. Does he have enough? Kevin Harvick, is he going to go with him? No, he is not. Yes, he is. Yes, he's barely going to get into the draft for Brian Vickers. Mike Wallace goes up high. Kyle Busch on the bottom. Can he get into his teammate's draft? Ray one's draft. Try to get up into the mix of things. As Jamie McMurray is your new leader. Kevin Harvick now trying to make something work on the bottom. And looks like he is going to declare Jamie McMurray. Kevin Harvick is your new leader. So it's Kevin Harvick, Brian Vickers, Ricky Rudd trying to make something happen. 3 wide for the lead, getting pushed by Jimmy Johnson. Ricky Rudd, Brian Vickers now fighting. Ricky Rudd is going to take back the lead, getting pushed by Johnson. Vickers is trying everything he can to stay in the fight up high, but he has no help. So Ricky Rudd has the lead. Brian Vickers trying to fight back. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. 3 wide behind him is for second. Now one thing Ricky Rudd has to do is control the lanes. Fight whichever lane gets the run. AK, keep that 48 behind you. That 48 is a fast call. Kyle Busch is trying to push Jamie McMurray up into second. Try to get something going there. We have 7 laps to go. I'm pretty sure Ricky Rudd still holding strong. Kevin Harvick second. Jamie McMurray looking for something. Some rear estate down on below. Kevin Harvick right on the back bumper of Ricky Rudd. Jimmy Johnson now trying to make a move on Kevin Harvick. 6 laps to go. Johnston does have second place. Jamie McMurray is also behind him. As it's like we're looking. Kevin Harvick trying to make a move on Ricky Rudd now. Does he have enough pace? Yes, he does. He does have something going for him there. As we look, Kevin Harvick, 5 laps to go, has the lead, leads that lap. Kevin Harvick, Johnson's looking for something to go. Maybe Jimmy Johnson can kind of get like a good run and push Harvick out of the way. That's exactly what he's trying to do in the back straightaway. Does he have a run? No. He's getting pushed by Jamie McMurray. Kyle Busch can maybe come down and help him if he wants. Feels like Kyle Busch wants to do it, so he's a step high. Try to push his immediate teammate of Brian Vickers and Ricky Rudd. Kyle Busch does eventually go down though. 4 laps to go. 3 wide behind second and third place. Kevin Harvick is still leading. Jimmy Johnson still getting a massive shove from Jamie McMurray. We've not really seen much out of Jamie McMurray yet, but this is the time that he's been waiting for. He's kept his car clean, and he is now trying to make a charge for the lead in these final laps. Harvick still holding 48 at bay. Harvick Johnson building a little bit of a gap. McMurray is in third. Johnson down on the inside trying to make some walk as a drag race down the back straightaway. Minimal drafting help from McMurray, but McMurray's going to go down anyway. He's trying to help. No, he's going to try to make it 3 wide on the back straightaway. He is not trying to help anyone. He's trying to take the lead. 3 wide for the lead. Brian Vickers is on the bottom trying to get something going. What a move by Jamie McMurray. And Jamie McMurray should have the lead right now. Yes, he does. Brian Vickers now trying to make something work on the bottom. Kyle Busch gets shuffled up into the middle by Mike Wallace. As Harvick gets pushed from first to like 8th. Brian Vickers now has the lead. Ricky Rudd is there trying to do what he just saw from McMurray 3 laps ago. Kyle Busch gets absolutely just shafted by Kevin Harvick. We have coming to 2 laps to go. Brian Vickers has the lead. Jimmy Johnson pushing McMurray. McMurray still not giving up on a high lane. Who is going to have more help? Who's going to have more speed? Brian Vickers clears Jamie McMurray again. Ricky Rudd now trying to look for something on the back straightaway here. Getting pushed by Kevin Harvick, and now Mike Wallace joining the mix. And McMurray gets torn. Big wreck. Jimmy Johnson's in it. Kyle Busch is in it. And Brian Vickers is going to take the white flag under caution. Massive wreck. Kyle Busch is in it. Kevin Harvick a lot of damage. What just happened there? Oh my goodness. What just happened? Jimmy Johnson trying to limp across the line. Oh my god, what? That was just nightmare. That was just not it. What happened as Brian Vickers is going to win under caution? Dude, that is so funny. That I'll show you the replay after we, get uh Brian Vickers across the line, but what did we just witness? Like I mean, I'm sad because Kyle Busch was in that, but dude, Jimmy Johnson has such a fast car, and now his car is killed. Man, what was that? As we have the yellow and checker flag waving, Brian Vickers is going to win here at Daytona for the duel number 2 under caution. Ricky Rudd second. Third, Jay McMurray. Um, Mike Wallace is fifth. And Joy Mayfield, mind you, in a very damaged car gets fourth. What a showing from that 19 team. Kevin Harvick, his damaged car, gets sixth. They should be to repair that. Um, Martin should be to be repaired, obviously. Like I said, what a mess that was. Brian Vickers is your winner. Let's go and see if we can find what happened with that wreck, because I'm not going to lie. Like, alright, so here we are. Final lap. So, I think, does Jimmy Johnson spin out Jamie McMurray? Yeah, so Jimmy Johnson's going to spin out Jamie McMurray. Um, going to go down into Harvick. Mike Wallace is going to actually have a great save, but Jimmy Johnson will come back up into Kyle Busch. Massive hits for all of them, as Mike Wallace, like I said, he saves it. Jimmy Johnson gets the worst of the damage. I think Kyle Busch actually might have to go backup call. Like, that is just insane, dude. Greg Biffle comes home ninth. After I just said that he had like no chance of making anything up, that's insane. That's ironic. Let's just see like the entire like last lap. Like I said, so you have Brian Vickers trying to, hold on to the lead. Goes up high to block McMurray and Johnston. Goes back down to block Ricky Rudd. Great camera angle, I know. But yeah, Jimmy Emerson gets spun by Jimmy Johnson, comes back up. Jimmy Johnson hard into the wall. That's a massive impact. Yeah, that's just like, I mean, that's just not it. I mean, that's just terrible. Like, it's just a racing deal. I mean, you're racing for the win, trying to, improve your take on the position. And see, this is what I said at the beginning. You have a massive risk reward. You take a massive risk to try to get your position higher. Make sure you have a good starting plan for the Daytona 500. But if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Have you ride on with Kyle Busch, see what he sees on this final lap, I guess. Like I say, Kyle Busch was kind of moving from lane to lane. Didn't really know which to really go with. Hindsight 2020, he probably should have stayed on the bottom, but even then, I think he still would have got damaged. As you see, catching up to his teammate, catching up to his teammate. Pulls it up high. He's like, alright, I'm going to lock onto my teammate, Jimmy Johnson. It seems to start working. No holding back now. Into turn 3 now. Jimmy Moore's going to get kind of loose. He's going to get torn by Jimmy Johnson's right hair. Goes back and then bang. Massive hit by Jimmy Johnson. And like I said, Kyle Busch going down pit road doesn't even want really have anything to do with this. He's just done. Like, yeah, I mean, that's just interesting stuff. But if you enjoyed that race, that's the starting grid. Pretty much, I'm gonna have to make the starting grid, but that is duel 1 and 2 done, and I will see you for the 500 whenever I record and upload it. And well, Goodbye.